Hello students, myself Dr. Rajeshwari HV, working as an assistant professor in chemistry, JSS Arts, Science and Commerce College, Gokak. This is my 7th video on the chapter Electromotive Force. So I will be discussing about concentration cells. Now let us define what is a concentration cell. In concentration cells, the EMF arises due to changes in concentration of either electrolyte or the electrode. So, we know that to construct any cell, we require two half cells. One should be anode and other one should be a cathode and electrolytic solution. If you change the concentration of electrolyte only, we call it as electrolyte concentration cells. And if you change the concentration of electrodes, then we call it as electrode concentration cells. So, the concentration cells are of two types, electrode concentration cell and electrolyte concentration cells. With this concentration cells are in contrast to galvanic cell, where the EMF arises from the decrease in free energy, that is delta G is equal to minus NFE. There should be a negative value of free energy, there should be decrease in free energy for a galvanic cell, but it is in contrast for concentration cells. So let us understand about electrode and electrolyte concentration cells. In electrode concentration cell, the electrode themselves have a different concentration, and they may be glass electrode. Example for electrode concentration cell is it may be glass electrode operating at different pressure, or it is amalgam with a different concentrations. So these two are the examples for electrode concentration cells. So we have learnt about glass electrode in the previous videos. Inside the glass electrode we have exactly 1 molar H plus concentration. If you change the concentration of solution inside the glass electrode, then it can be an electrode concentration cell. So if you use the amalgam with a different concentration, another example for electrode concentration cell is amalgam with a different concentration. So what is an amalgam? An amalgam is an alloy of mercury with another metal. It may be a liquid, a solid, or a soft paste depending upon the proportion of the mercury. So if you change the concentration of the metal, it makes an amalgam. That amalgam with a different concentration is another example for electrode concentration cells. With this, let us briefly discuss the electrolyte concentration cells. These cells consist of two identical electrodes. Electrodes are identical, immersed in two solutions of same electrolyte at different concentration. So it can be represented using the representation. This is the general representation of electrolyte concentration cells. We have metal followed by metal ion with concentration C1, acts like anode, and anode and cathode are connected using the salt bridge. A double line represents a salt bridge. Then we have cathode, metal ion with concentration C2 followed by the metal. The electrolyte concentration can be schematically represented using this diagram. So as I told previously, electrolytic concentration cell, the electrodes will be same. We use the same electrode. The zinc electrodes are used, both anode and cathode, and electrolyte is also same here. Zinc sulfate is the electrolyte, both in case of anode as well as the cathode. Only the concentration of electrolyte is changed here. The concentration of zinc sulfate in cathode is taken as C2, whereas the concentration of electrolyte in anode is taken as C1, and both are connected using the salt bridge. Let us derive an expression for concentration cell according to the representation where C1 and C2 are the concentration of active metals ion in contact with two electrodes respectively, where the concentration of C2 is greater than C1. C1 is the concentration of electrolyte in the anodic compartment, whereas C2 is the concentration of electrolyte in the cathodic compartment and C2 is greater than C1. Therefore, EMF of the cell is given by E cathode minus E anode according to the standard definition. Now let us use the Nernst equation and let us write for the cathode. EMF due to cathode is written as E naught plus 2.303 divided by NF RT log C2, where C2 is the concentration of cathode, minus E naught plus 2.303 RT by NF log of C1, where C1 is the concentration of anode. Since E naught, the standard EM electrode potential can be cancelled, both are of different signs with the same magnitude, then the expression reduces to E cell or EMF of the cell is equal to 2.303 RT divided by NF log of C2 by C1, because log A minus B is log A by B. So then if you substitute all the constants, R is the gas constant and T is the absolute temperature and F is Faraday, then E cell is equal to 0.0591 divided by N log of C2 by C1. And this is the expression that is mathematically derived for the concentration cells. With this, the EMF developed in the concentration cells is mainly due to the transfer of metal ions from the solution of higher concentration to the lower concentration. So, EMF arises in concentration cells mainly due to the transfer of metal ions from the higher concentration to lower concentration. So, we can consider two cases here. If C1 is equal to C2, the concentration in the anodic compartment as well as the cathodic compartment are equal, then E cell is equal to 0. The EMF is equal to 0. Okay. So, it is for EMF to be developed, there should be change in the concentration of both anode and cathode. If both the concentrations are same, then EMF is equal to 0. If C1 is greater than C2, then E cell is equal to positive. Okay. So, the larger the ratio of C2 by C1, larger will be the cell EMF and the direction of spontaneous reaction is more concentrated solution to less concentrated solution. The difference in the concentration should be more, then EMF is also more according to the second case. So, we can write the cell reactions as given here. In concentration cell, the following electrode reactions takes place. At anode, it is always oxidation. A metal loses electrons, and in cathode, it is always reduction. A metal ion accepts electron and gets reduced to metal, and this will be the net reaction. So, well, what are the application of concentration cell? The main application of concentration cell is we can find out the solubility of the sparingly soluble salts. Silver chloride, barium sulfate and aluminum sulfate are the few examples for the sparingly soluble salt. So, using the concentration cell, we can find out the solubility of the sparingly soluble salt. Now, let us work out a few problems based on the concentration cells. Let me take the first example. Write the electrode reactions and calculate the EMF of the given cell at 298 Kelvin of the followed of the cell silver nitrate of concentration 0.018 molar, that is concentration of anode is 0.018. So, if you go back to the cell representation, anode is always written first and then followed by the cathode, and anode and cathode are separated using the salt bridge. And in case of cathode, silver nitrate has the concentration of 1.2 molar, right? Now, write the cell reaction. It is always oxidation at anode, a metal loses electron, and reduction at cathode, metal accepts the electron. Now, we have derived mathematical expression for the concentration cell. According to that, E cell is equal to 0.0591 divided by n log of C2 by C1, where C2 is the concentration of cathode and C1 is the concentration of anode. Now the concentration of cathode is given as 1.2 molar and concentration of anode is 0.018. And if you solve, you have the final value, that is 0.1018 volts. Here the number of electrons getting transferred, the n value is equal to 1. We can see here the number of electrons getting transferred is 1. Well students, let us work out the second problem. Calculate the EMF of copper concentration cell where the copper ions ratio of the cell is 10. Okay. So this is the problem given. So according to the problem, the concentration of cells, the copper ions ratio is taken as 10. That is C2 by C1. The ratio is given already, it is 10. Then write the expression, that is E cell is equal to 0.0591 divided by n log of C2 by C1. Okay. The ratio is already given here 10, and if you write the cell reaction, the copper Cu2 plus a metal will lose electron. Okay. So undergoes oxidation at the anode, it is losing 2 electrons. At cathode, a metal ion accepts 2 electrons and undergoes the reduction. So how many electrons are getting transferred here? There are 2 electrons. So in place of n, we have written 2. So if you solve, we'll come out with the answer that is 0.0296 volts. So with this, we have understood the construction and working of electrolyte concentration cells. These are the possible questions that will come for the examination. Define electrolyte concentration cell will be a 2 marks question. Explain the working and construction of electrolyte concentration cell will be the 4 marks question. Write a neat label diagram and derive the mathematical expression for the electrolyte concentration cells and work out the problems also. Thank you.